we do the first fight now?
One bite, everybody knows rules.
Right, everyone knows rules.
Yeah, you get in here too if you can somehow slide frame.
He's got to be in here.
Yeah,
You're going to be in frame. All right, yeah, woo.
All right, first bite at Bare Naked Bowls.
Let's go. This is the best acai place in Long Island.
Is this-
Maybe in all of New York.
Yo, is it a boom or a doom?
What does that mean?
What are you talking about? Double chunk chocolate cookie.
A double chunk chocolate cookie.
All right, let's see what's up.
Get it.
All right. Oh. That cherry vanilla slaps.
I don't know how we never got the pineapple before. That's crazy.
I know. I never seen it.
What is it? What's it? Give a number now.
How many booms?
How many boom? I'm gonna give it.
I can't do the boom, bro. That kid is
I'm gonna give it 12 booms.
12 booms. Give it one boom. Let's hear one good boom.
Oh. Okay.
Anyways, this is basically how these things go.
No.
Yeah, normally
No, just gup shop. Oh, chit chat.
it's just shit chat. Yeah. So
Alright, cool. So like, I mean, yesterday was really fun. I had a great time. We went out yesterday. I kind of like uninvited to.
yeah, we just showed up to a
We
party.
just showed up to a party. On a journey, you know. Met some really interesting characters. You know what I mean? A lot of 9-to-5ers. A lot of people stuck in the Matrix.
That's me, man.
Well, you know, I feel like just being an artist, you're always around, you know, a lot of creative, colorful, funky people all the time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, we were shooting the shit about it, but like, how annoying is it to re-explain what you do over and over again?
Yeah. But like, we were the weird ones yesterday. We were the outcasts in that little circle, you know?
Yeah, I've been so used to just being the weird one and just being surrounded by weird people.
Yeah. You know, there's almost like they take pity on you. Oh, you're an artist. Oh, that was no.
Financee.
When finance.
Oh, yo, some dude came out to us while we were I was just hanging out on the balcony with Mel, and some dude comes out, and he just started giving us life lessons, like, completely unprompted. Mel was like, yeah, I'm an artist, you know, I make music, whatever. And this guy goes on a rant about how money isn't going to make you happy, how he wishes he could do art, but how he's running AI startups and shit.
Oh my god.
Yo, if you're watching this, bro, stop doing that. Stop walking up to people and doing that.
Yo, fuck you.
No, none of that. It's all love, but stop doing that.
No.
It's not love? It's love.
No, it's all love, you know. But
I'm a hater.
Yeah, but I mean,
yo, it's hard for me to throw hate when the camera's rolling. Man, dude. It's like 5 minutes ago we were talking about Blubber Buddy, the fucking
who's shaking like hell right now? Blubber Buddy?
yeah.
Yeah, but on a more serious note, you know, we met because of Mooks, and you're clearly taking what you're doing pretty seriously. I think one of the most refreshing things is Toronto has a lot of people doing things, but no one really treats it like a routine, kind of dialed in commitment. I mean, I've seen you and Dom work, and
You know, yeah, I mean, I think routine is like the biggest thing that I feel like that's encompassed like my journey ever since I started this whole thing. You know, when I went to California, I was being mentored by homie out in Vancouver, Argy, and a good buddy of his, Brandon. Every single day, bro, it was routine. You wake up. We didn't hit the gym, but like we'd go on a run, we'd, you know, cycle, whatever it was, and then like it was good food after that. Like, and it was just like routine every single day. Like, obviously there was some like little bit of variance from like your day to day, but it's like there's like little small wins that you have to have in your day. You know what I mean? And like working out, health, good food, you know, taking care of yourself. Those are things that are like non-negotiable. And
it really feels obvious. You can say it out loud, but
no, but it's easy to get lost in the sauce. You know what I mean?
being outside the city is probably pretty
Very nice.
refreshing. Yeah, in that case.
Very
In that
lucky to
sense.
have a lot of family support. You know,
Yeah.
I get to just be. You know, I don't have to. You know, I'm sure it's harder to say no when you're always surrounded by people that are always being like, "Let's go out, let's do this," or whatever. You know.
There's something going on all the time. I also do feel like this innate pressure to be everywhere. I mean, collision is half the battle, right? Like you gotta collide, you gotta run into people,
Sure.
you gotta say hello
To some
people.
extent, yeah.
You gotta say hello to people like 3 or 4 times before you can really have like a half meaningful conversation.
Mm-hmm.
If you do that shit off the rip, it always comes off trite.
Yeah.
You never really get anywhere. You don't really have any like meaningful exchange.
True. We met pretty recently too. We met like
we've run into each other like 4 or 5 times now. So
yeah. But we were talking about it yesterday. Like me and Mooks were driving either down or up from Toronto, and then he gets a call, and it sounds like a pretty serious phone call. He's like, "Yo, it's like this guy's got to handle some business right now." You like literally, you're like, "Yo, bro, like." What the fuck are we doing? Like, what's happening right now? You know what I mean? Like, we gotta make more crimes happen. You know? we gotta get our shit together. And I was like, okay, like, you know,
crime lords.
I'm like, I don't know who this guy is, but like, he's getting after it. You know what I mean?
It's all nerves, dude. I'm just nervous all the time. I feel like we should always be doing something, even if it's not a big project. We should always be like, something should always be active.
No, I think one of the biggest things about like starting to hang out with Gurtêj was really surrounding myself with people that are actually doing things. And I feel like this is a conversation me and you've had quite a bit. It's just like there's a lot of people that just hang around people who do things. I don't want to get stuck in that. I want to be the person that just does things. And you have to surround yourself with people that are also go-getters.
Fair enough. I mean, when you stop and analyze things, it always comes out a little bit differently than how you feel it. I mean, to that extent, now that you're also like a professional, to whatever, however you want to classify it, how do you prevent that from kind of bleeding into doing something that's supposed to be more removed from, professional entanglements, I guess, to some extent. Like you have to produce records ultimately.
Sure. I think you go out to parties, whatever, you go out, shows, you meet so many different people. I think a lot of people get into the habit of talking a lot about their ambitions and projects, and it's a weird like feedback loop, because like I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm working on this EP and like it's gonna be the best thing ever, and I'm gonna ride 200 miles on my bike, and then you have this grand vision in your head and this goal that you want to accomplish. And then like somebody be like, oh my God, dude, that's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. Like there's a like a release of dopamine in your head.
Oh yeah, you get the gratification before doing anything.
And then people never end up doing the thing anyways. You know what I mean? It's like doing the work is doing the work. You know what I mean?
For the record, I'm totally guilty of that shit too. I mean,
oh no, same here. But like when you at least we can recognize it. You know what I mean? I try not to do that, because like you just got to do the work, do the thing, put the single out, work on the record, right? And then let people hear it when it's out. You know what I mean? Stop. And then like I really admire the people in the industry that are literally just doing the thing, and then whatever else happens is just a byproduct of their great art. You know what I mean? People love talking about their stuff and love getting, like little positive little pats on the back, even though, it'll lead them to like probably not do anything about it at all.
That makes sense. I mean, it's if you don't get any gratification or any like reassurance that what you're doing is
it's tough,
interesting to somebody, it's
as artists, all you want is people to recognize your art. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Nothing
and
wrong with
sometimes I feel like we're so deprived of that. You know what I mean? Especially coming from like Desi families. I feel like, not that our parents don't show love, they have different ways of showing love. They're not gonna, my pops doesn't come up to me like, that was a great single, pal. Like, it's a,
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed my rents are taking a lot more interest in what we're up to. They're constantly asking like, what are you guys working on now, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
And that's been a product of just being at it for a couple of years now.
Yeah. And so, yeah, but like, it's just as an artist, just understanding that, it's all in due time. Take time to make great art.
Yeah, I mean, you're trying to be in this for a long time.
Yeah.
So
we're not, it's not, there's a lot of, I don't want to name drop, there's a lot of pop artists these days. And, nobody's like, when me and Dom and I are working, it's like, who else is putting in like 10, 12-hour sessions, we're literally getting into the nitty-gritty of things, like trying to make, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm not...
On a holiday, you know what I mean? Like,
I'm not
I know he dropped a lot of things just to be there. Like, like when I first messaged Dom to work, we're working on this like EP or whatever right now, and whatever it ends up being. But there was, I know for sure it was like, oh, we got this one day locked in, let's just kind of see what happens. But like, because the vibes were just so good, the energy was so good, you don't want that, you don't want the momentum to die.
Yeah, of course.
So I know he was like definitely allocating different like time, with family, girlfriend, whatever it was, life, just to make sure that he could be here locked in 10 hours at a time, just working.
Yeah.
And you need people like that around. You need people that are just about it.
Is that not like commonplace? Is that not expected? It's not. Is that not how most people work? I'm curious. I mean, I'm not that close to like professional recording. Everything we do is kind of like, I don't know how else to put it. It's like, it's pretty ad hoc. We figure it out as we go kind of shit right now.
I mean, like, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know how other camps work, but they're definitely not doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? And they could be putting in 12 hours. I don't know, but it doesn't sound like it to me, to be honest.
Fair enough.
You know? I feel like, yeah.
How your legs?
Like a lot of times I've noticed that like people take their recording sessions as like times to hang out.
It's like in office days. One day a week you go to work, no one gets anything done.
Yeah, it's just like, why is there 12 people in the studio?
Fair. Yeah. There's also, do you have any performance or like recording or creating anxiety while you're in it?
I think going into it, I'm always like, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I don't know what chord progression, I don't know what's going to come out, right? And sometimes it's a little rough in the start. A lot of the best records that I've made, I've always like, not always, but like some of the best ones always have like a very choppy kind of start. You don't know where it's going. It's all kind of mishmash, whatever. And then all of a sudden, like something starts to click, and then, like the path becomes a little bit more clearer.
When there's two of you in the room, you feel like both of you share the...
You know what? I realized, so the first time, I think I did a session with Dom, I had some other folks around, and even like, I've been a part of like some camps. There's been a lot of people around, even, just being a part of like writing camps and whatever. I feel like I work best when it's just me and a producer, and we could just talk back and forth. Maybe one other person, just for like, having a separate deal. Like Mooks has been around, have some other people come around the studio, and it's always nice to have another ear, but it just needs to be like, it's this dance between me and the producer. You know what I mean? I feel like I'm a very musical person. If the producer's also a very musical person, I feel like we can communicate enough to make something, of substance.
I mean, you mentioned Dom a few times. Give him his flowers for sure. Because clearly,
yeah, incredibly talented producer, DJ, just a creative kind of being. Overall, I feel like in my journey, I've always been doing things that are very like mellow, kind of like in the pocket, like couch, kind of like laid back songs. But I really wanted to do something different. And I know he just has a different eye. I met him at the Warner camp, and he was in the main studio room, and he's like, it's crazy, like rigged setup. And then he shows me this, like, I don't even know. It's like this like drum pad machine thing. It's like an analog machine. Okay. And he's like geeking out over it. I'm like, okay, sick. And then like later I check out some of his work, and it's like, it's so out of the realm of what I would do. High energy, the high BPM, where it's like 150s, 160s, 170s. It's like house music. And like, I'm like, I don't know what, at that point, like I still didn't know if I really even like that kind of music, but there was something there. You know what I mean? Over time, like I slowly started having a deeper appreciation for like house, garage, UK drum and bass. And I'm like, there's gotta be a way for me to like dive into that world. I feel like it'll just unlock something within me. As we start working together, and I'm like, we gotta do something like that. And then I think we ended up both surprising ourselves, where I don't know, I don't know if Dom's ever worked with like a singer-songwriter like myself with like my kind of like R&B approach, and I've never definitely worked with somebody like him, and it's just been like a really fun like mishmash of worlds, and I feel like we just understand each other. And I love you, Dom. Yeah, he's dope. He's really fucking dope.
Yeah, I mean the records just sound crazy, so
I'm really excited for everyone. I want to I was literally driving home now. Like I need everyone to hear this right now. It's like, well, we'll get it out soon. Like I think this will really set us up nicely for like spring, summer season. It's really not that far.
It's so close.
Yeah, it's gonna fly by so fast. It'll give us more time to build a solid foundation for those some bigger tracks. Shoot, man, just staying in a state of creating, becoming, just trying to get better every single day. Yeah, that's it.
You got a routine, like a practice routine or something?
For like vocals, like
whatever. That's something to make you feel like you're progressing.
I go like on my Instagram feed. Sometimes there'll be like different chord progressions. Sometimes I'll just like, if I see a chord progression I like, I'll try to play it. Maybe try to hum something over it. Voice memo some things.
Sure.
And I feel like just living life, dude. That's like, it's a part of an artist's homework is to go out, experience, meet different people, go out to different places you normally wouldn't be at.
Yeah.
So all of that, bro, like everything from waking up, going to the gym. That's a practice of just like showing up, doing the thing.
There's definitely something to be said. I think maybe, I'm trying to think, probably in the last 10 years or so, there's been like the producer culture that kind of popped up around the whole like, stay in your room, make 10 beats a day, 10 ideas a day kind of thing. You're becoming mechanically faster at this thing, but you have no reference material anymore. Like,
maybe it gets diluted. I haven't really thought about it from that perspective. But when I think about it, I'm like, I hope, within that you find a way to keep things fresh, but like at least you're exercising the muscle of like creation. You know what I mean? And I feel like if you do that with, trying to challenge yourself to do things that you normally wouldn't do,
fair.
That's when you start seeing progress. Because otherwise, if you're just doing the same thing again, like you're not going nowhere.
That's another kind of interesting point. Making stuff is so nuanced in that like people can have very, very specific roles, or they can kind of bleed and spread and turn into things. Like sometimes when you're producing a record or in such a tight like back to back with somebody, post-production kind of happens right there. You're making all those choices about how this thing is going to package, deliver, maybe even visuals. Like who knows?
Where's that fast, huh? No, this guy's been eating fast the whole trip. I can't keep up. I'm sorry.
No, sure. That's how I know you're talking. That's it. I keep munching. Yeah, by the way, this place, I'm gonna miss a spot.
I mean, I feel like you guys should come back soon.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
like,
done. This is like
dead of winter.
This is like the ideal lifestyle. All things being equal.
We woke up, we went to the gym, got an acai bowl,
pretty much every day,
and then whatever we have to do the rest of the day.
We're sleeping a little.
Took like 2 hours for everybody collectively to get ready, and by at that point, like 7 p.m.
It's so crazy. We wake up, gym, go home. It's dark. Start the day.
Do it all over again.
Oh my god, that's so funny. It's so calm. Yeah, this is like a proper solid vacation feeling kind of thing.
That's good, bro. Shouldn't life feel like a vacation? Yeah, shouldn't life feel like a vacation? Yeah,
I think so. I mean, largely it should. Beyond like your basic obligations and commitments.
I feel like after yesterday's journey.
True.
After yesterday's journey. The journey. I'm just like. I feel like. I've already known this, but I feel like, especially as artists, we have a tendency to overcomplicate the fuck out of our lives. You know what I'm saying?
Is it overcomplicated or just overanalyze? So there's different things. Like you don't have to act on every.
It could be very complex. I guess that's a good point. It could feel. I mean, it is a very complex thing.
Sure.
But the way you perceive it, you know what I mean? How you choose to react to whatever's happening around you. That's, I think, where the game's all at.
Sure.
I feel like we all kind of go through this very similar situation, like problems, interpersonal with like friends, family, like, it's all ultimately kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
How do you choose to respond to those, adversities?
Yeah.
Choice,
Fair enough.
Every day you wake up with a choice. What are you going to do? What are you going to do, huh?
What's this, Gary V? Goddamn, bro. Gary G?
I'm putting you on, bro.
Gary G. Gertie G.
Gertie G. Yeah, I mean, if records don't work out, you can just spin sing. Yeah, you can just do motivational speaking if records don't work out for you.
I know. We could like pick up at the pizza place.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let me call him. Let me order the pie. Oh hey. Fresh meats.
Claps are on.
Yeah. All right. That's why I love like family-owned joints here in Long Island.
Sure.
They're so welcoming, so homey.
Yeah.
We just came in. She saw the camera and she was just like, yo. Like,
literally gave us the entire space.
Yeah. And now we got a pesto pie, margarita DOP, ingredients fresh from Italia. Yeah?
Freshly.
Someone in the comments is like, that's not how you say it. That's not how you say it.
No one's in our comments, bro. Don't worry.
Not yet. Yeah.
If it's good, just come over here and munch.
Yeah, let's go.
Did you get me latte?
Food. And yo, let me put up a few shirts.
Yeah, the shirt to sick.
Right here.
Should I sprinkle this on?
Like, I don't even just get a taste of it like just raw, authentico.
True.
Oh my god, yeah, dive in here, grab a slice. Saviero's, baby, representing. Let's go.
Lactate.
Lactate hand?
He's got it. Kicho, just fucking, let's go. Okay, I'm just gonna keep this one.
Gotta get that pop out.
Oh yeah,
Damn.
nice flop it over.
Damn, that's really good.
I used to literally come here by myself and kill like literally. I used to kill 2 pies, bro. I used to kill 2 pies. I ate one for like in the car, and then one by the time I got home, I'd be hungry again. And I eat the second one after.
Go home, blow the toilet up.
Yeah.
What were we talking about before we,
They don't mind.
we were,
I feel like it's been influencing your taste in music and like what you do, having been in Long Island.
That's a good question.
yeah, it's pretty out the way. Long Island's pretty out the way.
Yeah, I mean, you can go out to like Queens, right? It's technically still Long Island, but
No, I think, you're
it's
totally
okay,
cool.
it's okay.
It's not that serious at all.
I think
No, I'm okay. Thank you
we're
so
right.
much.
Thank you so much. Yeah. I mean, shoot, some of my best friends growing up in Long Island were like, like some of the whitest people you probably ever meet in your life. In the best way possible. You know? Put me on the Beatles, Fleetwood Mac, Michael Jackson, Pink
Actually-
Floyd. You know,
I was gonna say,
a lot of like Nick Drake, like
musically,
Billy Joel.
yeah, you're a lot more similar to what I was listening to than what a lot of my like Toronto peers were listening to growing up.
Yeah.
I don't think I got any hip hop or like R&B until 2015, 2016. Didn't really get into it.
A lot of my musical influences were actually like from my cousins out here. And they were from Queens as well. Very similar vibes. Like they put me on to Pink Floyd. They put me on to the Beatles. Funny enough, Pearl Jam
Old program, yeah.
back in the day.
Pearl Jam's a Seattle band, I think.
It was funny because it was like all of that, and then at the same time it was like Tupac and Biggie.
Fair, yeah.
But like you have a really good like mixing pot of so many different like cultures and musical tastes. I feel like that.
Even back then, you don't realize like it's just music. You never classified it as like a thing.
Yeah,
you
I don't know when
this
it
sounds
started
like
being
this.
like that. Yeah,
This is vibes, you know. I feel like now, even like what kind of music do you make? What kind of what and people just love putting. It's just like you put it in a box so fast.
I mean, the packaging makes it easy to digest. So
But I feel like
I get it, but
was more fun when like things were just like, oh, this is cool and that's cool.
Yeah.
It just makes finding new music more playful and fun.
You ever listen to Arthur Russell?
No, I haven't.
I think you can dig that, dude.
Yeah. I feel like I've heard a lot of artists, but like I'm so terrible at remembering names.
Whatever. No biggie. Okay. So yeah, okay.
One last pesto. And then
Yeah. Different references getting started initially. What else is different about growing up in Long Island?
Well, shoot. I mean, it's so drastically different than. I mean, like recently, I started going out to New York City like a lot more, and it's just like I can't ever imagine growing up in a place like that. Let alone, I've been traveling to Toronto recently, working really closely with Mooks, and it's like I can't ever imagine. It's a different world, and like a version, like it's a completely different version of me would have existed if I grew up in Brampton, or if I grew up in Vancouver, or I grew up in, I feel like. I feel so lucky and so blessed to be a part of such a beautiful, like very like, pretty welcoming, tight-knit community. There's a lot of Italians, a lot of Greek folks. You just saw like we came into this Italian place, like there's so much hospitality. It doesn't matter what we look like, it doesn't matter what we, it's just like it's all family, it's all love.
Yeah.
And
I feel
look
like
for love, I think you'll find love. That's it, bro.
you have to sneak that one in there.
Just at the very end.
I had to say some Gurtêj marketing, love this, love everyone.
Yeah.
And as soon as the camera goes off, this guy's like, forget this guy, forget that.
Big flat blubber boy. There's a really fat guy at the party we were at the other day. I'm sorry, I'm not fat shaming anybody. But if you're fat, go to the gym.
Well, we're crushing these.
Yeah. Fix your diet and lifestyle.
All right. Anyways, I think similarly, like growing up in Ajax, like I feel like homogenous like societies have their benefits, but being like influenced by so many different cultures, really like lends itself to like who you are as an artistic being. There's so many things that you can take from.
Yeah, I mean,
fucking, I feel like we all hit the jackpot. If you look at the fucking social, political, economic state of the world.
yeah, okay, good. Sick.
No, but think about it. We're like,
Yeah, it could.
We're like,
None of us are from Brampton.
That's probably the best it's ever been. Yeah, none of us from Brampton.
Thank the Lord.
bro, there's people out there literally, their houses are being bombed. They're freaking. They don't have like. There's so many people out in the city. They don't got a place to sleep tonight.
No,
You know what I mean?
totally. No, it's worth keeping the perspective. You just can't. It just can't be on your mind 24/7. Otherwise, you never
It's
do
very
anything.
humbling.
Yeah, for sure. I think it'd be so nice to have like stable space in small pockets across the world that are kind of like this, proximal to bigger cities.
I think it's ideal.
Where you
Even if
can-
I was like to move to a city like Vancouver, I'm sure you guys would feel the same. I wouldn't want to be in like the heart of Vancouver. I would
Yeah.
probably want to be like just on the outskirts.
45 minutes
Yeah,
out.
Paladin is such a beautiful place outside of Brampton.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But
Still not too far.
that'd be so cool. There was just hubs everywhere and people could just bounce around. Like people that we just keep going between places, writing stuff, working on shit,
Yeah.
appearing, disappearing. That'd be the best case.
Do you think
outcome of
you'd
all
get
this.
tired? I feel like I'd be longing for a place of like home,
Yeah, you keep your home.
Yeah.
But like this would just be like
like a maybe 6-month excursion of just
more like a communal effort that everyone's just like buying into and paying into.
I feel like
There's just like fully equipped studios kind of all over the place.
yeah, facts.
And we just keep
I feel
living
like
between them.
We kind of started building that for ourselves, just like with the community that we built up. We have a good community here, Vancouver,
For sure.
Toronto.
LA is the only market we haven't tapped into.
I haven't really hung out there properly either.
We'll hit it. Like we have a show.
A
January.
tentative show
Oh, yeah,
coming
yeah.
out in January. You gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tentative show for the
Talk
test in
about that.
January.
Who brought that up?
Mm.
What's going on
I think
there?
over the summer, I think the homegirl's name was Natasha, and then the buddy of mine, also a great stand-up comedian, Salvin, he reached out. I think he's a part of the management kind of team,
Mhm.
kind of overseeing some of the whole like kind of show effort. And so I literally just got another message from them in the group chat today, be like, let us know what the detail is. I would love to get the whole band put on like a whole experience, over there instead of just me on a guitar. I feel like it'll be a lot more immersive. But yeah, I want to put on like a solid like 45-hour set and really take people on a journey. And I just started making like a tentative kind of set list.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think some of the newer stuff that we worked on with Dom would be really dope to do live with the band.
Yeah. You need a funky ass band for that.
Oh, shout
You
out
guys
to
gotta
our
get
band, man.
you guys gotta
Shout
get
out to
tight.
our
for Dan Katz, Jay Sampson. All you guys really talented guys from Toronto. Shout out to Moose, bro, for putting me on to all these incredibly talented folks in Toronto. Very well tapped
Yeah.
tap dude. Very well tapped dude.
Full-time tapper.
He's tapping away all the time.
Sick. Yeah. I mean, there's an endless amount of stuff to go back and forth on, but yeah.
I mean,
plug
sure
this.
we'll do another
Yeah.
one of these. We'll check back in.
But before you wrap, plug anything is coming up. So we got the show in Jan.
So in general, I got a single coming out.
November
I don't know when this is
21st.
going to come out, but
This will be out within
November
days.
21st.
Yeah,
Okay. November 21st single comes out without you. It's my first single. In a very long time. Very excited about it. And we got a lot more music coming up very soon. A single leading up to a beautiful EP in the spring, summertime. And we got some really big also like Punjabi records as well, which I'm honestly really excited about.
Oh, I don't think I've heard any of those yet. So
Yeah, I'm not even going to say the name, but
Yeah.
some really exciting stuff in the works.
Yeah.
Hey, man. That's
Cool.
it.
And that's friends of friends.
Friends.
Pleasure talking.
All right, boys.
Easy.
Let's get to the airport. We're gonna miss our flight.